Hi, hello, g'day, kia ora, welcome to the studio. I'm Paula from MoxyMojo. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope to inspire you, educate you, and hopefully encourage you to try some of the things I'm about to try. But most importantly, I hope you have some fun. Today in the studio, we are going to catch up on some prompts for Junk Journal July. Well, first I've got to make my journal actually. You see, I've had some personal commitments at the beginning of the month of July, so I couldn't do any creating. And I wasn't sure if I was even going to participate. Meg's Journals had pulled the plug on the official Junk Journal July prompt list. And in response, it seems like every crafty channel has come up with their own version instead. I did briefly think about doing my own list, but then my good friend Tanja recommended Leigh's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland. Leigh has put out a list of prompts for the weekdays only. Meanwhile, another creator I regularly follow, Debbie at Ink and Page Journals, has also put out a daily list. I've decided to make it even harder for myself, so I'm going to combine both prompt lists together. I'll be using the prompts from Leigh's Art and Junk Journal Wonderland to guide my page selection and how I decorate the page itself. And then the prompts from Debbie at Ink and Page Journals to guide the ephemera that I create for the page. I'm not preparing or planning anything in terms of my ephemera because I just don't have the time. I'm already starting behind everyone, so it's going to have to be seat of the pants, bumpy ride, strap in and enjoy the adventure. I have, however, taken a day to think about what I want for my pages and how they relate to these prompts. So I have pre-planned that to some extent. Now before I get into my pages, let's talk about the journal. So my husband received a pair of thermal leggings from his work, and I thought this would be an interesting size for a journal. I've got an A4 paper, and normally I would fold it sideways to do my pages. That's my normal or standard size for A4 journals. But I thought, what happens if I fold it lengthways? Is that going to fit? So by just a quick eyeball, so let's just close the top of the box and then close the bottom of the box so we know. So my pages are going to be a little bit longer than this, but the perfect width. So couldn't be simpler. And this is a really firm cardboard for the cover. So I mean, first thing I'm going to do is trim it all up. So now the only thing I will have to bear in mind is I'll probably have to tape up this just across here, because otherwise that's going to make my journal even shorter, and I quite like the idea of it really tall. So what size is this going to be? Width of this, which is like 4 2/16, is it? 4 1/8. I think that's how it goes. 2, 4, yeah, 4 1/8 of an inch, or let's say 10.5 centimeters. And then for the height, we will go, say, 26 centimeters or 10 1/4 inches. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. I like it. Right, so let's jump in. We'll put our prompts safely away for now. We've got our page size. This is our measurement, so we'll put that with there as well. Now normally I'd probably try and cut this with scissors, but I suspect that it's going to be easier with a knife. Oh, can we unglue it? Can we cut away the glue? Because that would make it even easier. Oh, horrible squeaking noise, my apologies. Did that do anything? Yes. Wow, look at that. Now we have an open box. What I would like to do, I think, is I'm now going to trim along there. Okay, so I am just taking my time. Okay, we've cut that one off. That one's done, that one's done, that one's done, that one's done. Don't need to worry about this end one. Right, so 2 slices are good. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to take off the side, across the top, and then this side here, so that I'm left with the front, spine, back. So we've got our journal cover cut. The only thing I want to do is perhaps just go across there with some tape. It's just to like keep it together. Keep it together, man. There we go. That is holding that together now. Happy, that's all it needs. Don't need to stress out or do anything more. I'm going to do both sides of this. With quite a thin layer of glue underneath and then on top as well. And I haven't even torn book pages apart yet. So I'm just initially putting it on the spine. Actually, I want to bring that down a wee bit so that it is going to have plenty or enough to wrap around. Okay, so this is my journal cover for Junk Journal July 2025. It is now completely dry, the book pages, which are inside and out. And I just want to do something more with it. So I've decided what I'm going to do is decoupage on some sewing pattern pieces. Now this was a dress that I made like multiple versions of it, but several dresses for when I was ballroom dancing, and it might have been like my 21st dress, I can't remember. But all the pieces, well, most of the pieces have been cut out, those that I need. I also have the pattern instructions, but that's not what I need. It's these pattern pieces that are cut out. So what I'm going to do is glue these over, and like the small bits will just stay as they are. Bigger bits like this will get torn up randomly, and then like just put over the top just to give it, even though like it's book pages, I just want to take away kind of the whiteness of it all and make it look more vintage and more in tone with the colour scheme of the pages that I've got. So there's good, like I've already used bits of this pattern on other projects. So let's just tear some bits up. I'm gonna make them, you know, slightly smaller. I mean, if I keep them kind of in that vein, then I think that'll be a pretty good size. And obviously I'm tearing against the grain to get them tearing like that. So what have we got here? Like, these are like extra bits that I didn't cut out for the size that I needed or the style. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to use this pattern. I mean, it's a bit 70s for me, shall we say. I've given this a shake, but I might need to give it a stir. It's shaken, not stirred. And this is my collage paste mix, which is a mix of PVA and water. And it is 2/3 PVA, 1/3 water. And I just use a really cheap PVA craft glue. I get the lately I've been getting the Kmart one. Right, now, so this is the front. Believe it or not, I'm going to start here, and I think this time I will do the spine last, unlike with the book pages when I did the spine first. And yeah, sure, I know this means it's going to be another day till my journal is completed, but if I'm already behind, so what's another day? So now we want that to actually might go that way. We want to go that way. Yeah, because that way we then get onto the spine as well. And to be honest, if it wrinkles, all the better for texture. And I mean, so you can still see the words as clear as anything through there. So it's not like I am, you're not going to be able to read them, but printing up that way. And yet, so I'm going to really just layer them on. it's going to be very much kind of slap happy putting on these pattern pieces, because I mean they don't need to be put on nicely, and if I want to give them a really good wrinkle I can. So I mean, if I want to do that, then and crunch them up a wee bit, so long as you make sure there is plenty of glue adhering everything in place, then awesome. I think that looks really cool. It's not 100% dry, but it's certainly getting there. So I'm going to glue down all this overhang on the other side. Just want to, yep, that's okay. I have noticed a couple of places where it's picking up, like you can tell that the glue hasn't fully attached the paper to the book pages beneath, but you know, so what, just adds to its charm. I'm really not that, you know, worried, to be honest. Right, so I'm same as I did with the book pages. I'm going to do the sides first. I don't know why, that seems to be my go-to. So now here is and we're going to glue that bit there as well, and glue that together. It wasn't, I think I brought that out all the way out there, so lift that up for a smidge and let's put a bit more glue on underneath there, and whoops, on there too. Right, so that's that side done. Now we'll leave that to dry and we'll do this side. As I said, exactly the same process as before. Really nothing different at all. And then of course you can have on, you know, like carry over creases from the other side. The only thing I would try and make sure you're doing is pulling like the edge as firmly across, or as far across as you can, so that you do get a nice edge, like leading edge. Oops, and then sometimes you pull too hard and you tear it. But we just stick it down on itself. There. Make sure I'm getting that glue all the way up there. Right, so now we shall, I think we'll do this side first. Make sure we haven't got too much glue in the side seams there. Yeah. And if you do have quite a thick cardboard cover, make sure you glue along the edge here as well. And even with the thin one, I'm still making sure I do it. And I'm just folding in this corner to make sure that it's not loose, it's inside the edge, so that I don't, you know, it just makes the corners and the edges tidier. Oh, that's right, that's it. I tore a bit of the book page because I was just, you know, pressing down too hard yesterday with the end of the brush. Right, so that's that side done. So now, and then as soon as I've done this, I might give it a just very quick mop, brush, no, dry. That's the word I'm thinking of. Now we've got, so I'm just having to be a wee bit careful here, because part of this is torn and I've got a bit of a saggy bottom, dare I say. Because I've been too vicious with my gluing. And alright, there we go. Nice. Okay, so I will first of all I'll clean up some of the excess glue on my craft mat. Then I will dry this. Yeah. Just a little bit, and then I will put the tissue over the top. So I'll be back once that's done.